Hi guys, this is a video of me just reading this article in case maybe you like to listen to it better than you like to read it on your own, or you want to play it as you read. Doesn't matter, but let's get started. So El Niño. El Niño is a change in global weather patterns that happen periodically when the ocean water, Southern Pacific Ocean, gets warmer than normal. This causes trade winds. There we go. This causes trade winds that normally blow east to west to weaken. El Niño develops every 2 to 7 years and will peak in the northern hemisphere's winter. Fishermen in Peru coined the term El Niño in 1880 to describe the occasional flow of warm water from the equator. Since the phenomenon usually happened around Christmas time, they named the event the Little Boy, or El Niño, in reference to the birth of Jesus Christ. El Niño can be helpful or harmful, and sometimes even both in the same place. The impact of El Niño is often more severe in Peru and surrounding countries in South America. The abnormally warm winter causes record-breaking rain. This often causes deadly floods in the region. In places such as Australia and Indonesia, El Niño can lead to a fierce drought that reduces crop yields and decreases hydropower. El Niño brings more precipitation to places like California and the southern United States. This can be a big help in those places, or if those places have experienced droughts recently. On the other side, too much rain can cause flooding and major mudslides. El Niño causes winter temperatures in the northern United States to be warmer than the average with less snow. This reduces heating bills and energy use. The map to the right shows the typical conditions in the United States during an El Niño. The strength of El Niño depends on how warm the waters off the coast of South America are. The last massive El Niño was in 1997 through 98. It caused an estimated 35 billion and 23,000 deaths around the world. Based on current data, the 2015 to 2016 El Niño could be just as strong or stronger than the 1997 through 1998 event. Scientists predict that future El Niño events could be stronger due to the increase in global temperatures due to global warming. Question number 1 asks you, what is El Niño? Question 2 asks you, why would El Niño peak when it is winter in the northern hemisphere? Question number 3 states one positive effect of El Niño for people who live in New York. Question number 4 asks you to state one negative effect of El Niño for people who live in New York. Based on your answers to question 5 through 9 on the map, or base your answers to questions 5 through 9 on the map and passage below. The map shows the differences in trade wind strength, ocean current direction, and water temperature associated with air pressure changes from normal conditions to an El Niño conditions. El Niño conditions. El Niño conditions occur when a buildup of warm water in the equatorial Pacific Ocean off the coast of South America. The immediate cause of this buildup is a change in air pressure that weakens the southern trade winds. These are the planetary winds that move air from 30 degrees south to the equator. Normally, these strong, steady winds, with the help of their counterparts in the northern hemisphere, push equatorial water westward from South America. But at intervals of 2 to 7 years, these winds weaken, causing the westward water flow to reverse. This results in the accumulation of unusually warm water on the east side of the equatorial Pacific Ocean. This warm water not only changes the characteristics of the air above it, but it also is thought to be the cause of weather changes around the world. El Niño conditions may last only a few months, but often last a year or two. Here we see a graph of our normal conditions, which show a strong equatorial current flowing from South America to Australia and New Zealand, pushed by those strong trade winds. Under El Niño conditions, we see that strong equatorial countercurrent going the opposite direction, so it's no longer flowing from South America to Australia, it is flowing from Australia to South America because these trade winds are weak right here because of the difference in the temperature of water and the decrease in air pressure. Which natural event, question number 5, temporarily slows or reverses surface ocean currents in the equatorial region of the Pacific Ocean, causing a disruption of normal weather patterns? A. Monsoons. B. Volcanic eruptions. C. El Niño. D. Deforestation. Number 6. Under normal climate conditions, what are the characteristics of the surface ocean current that flows along most of the west coast of South America? Is it A. Cool water moving towards the equator? Question B. Answer B. Cool warm water moving away from the equator. Question C, warm water moving towards the equator. Question D, warm water moving away from the equator. Question number 7. During an El Niño event, surface water temperatures increase along the west coast of South America. Which weather changes are likely to occur in this region? A. Decreased air temperature and decreased precipitation. B. Decreased air temperature and increased precipitation. C. Increased air temperature and increased precipitation. D. Increased air temperature and decreased precipitation. Number 8. The trade winds between 30 degrees south and the equator usually blow from A. Northeast, B. Southeast, C. Northwest, D. Southwest. Question number 9. Equatorial Pacific trade winds weaken during El Niño conditions when air pressure A. falls in the western Pacific and rises in the eastern Pacific, B. falls in both the western and eastern Pacific, C. rises in the western Pacific and falls in the eastern Pacific, or D. rises in both the western and eastern Pacific. Base your answers on question 10 through 15 to the cross-section below, which represents the Pacific Ocean and the atmosphere near the equator during normal weather conditions, cross-section A, and during El Niño conditions, cross-section B. Sea surface temperatures, SST, are labeled and trade wind directions are shown with arrows. Cloud buildup indicates regions of frequent thunderstorm activity. The changes from normal sea level is shown on each diagram. Okay, so here we've got the diagrams. Normal weather conditions. You can see those trade winds again are blowing in a east to west motion. And here we have the reverse. Question number 10. Which statement correctly describes sea surface temperatures along the South American coast and the Pacific trade winds during El Niño conditions? A. The sea surface temperatures are warmer than normal and Pacific trade winds are from the west. B. The surface temperatures are warmer than normal and the Pacific trade winds are from the east. C. The surface temperatures are cooler than normal and the Pacific trade winds are from the west. D. The sea surface temperatures are cooler than normal and the Pacific trade winds are from the east. 11. Compare a normal weather condition, the shift of the trade wind. Compared to the normal weather conditions, the shift of the trade winds causes sea levels during El Niño to decrease in both Australia and South America. B. Decrease at Australia and increase at South America. C. Increase at Australia and decrease at South America. Or D. Increase at both Australia and South America. Question number 12. During El Niño conditions, air above the Pacific Ocean moving over the land on the equatorial west coast of South America is likely to be A. Cooler and drier than usual, B. Cooler and wetter than usual, C. Warmer and drier than usual, D. Warmer and wetter than usual. Question number 13. During El Niño conditions, thunderstorms increase in the eastern Pacific Ocean regions because the warm, moist air is A. Less dense, sinking, compressed, and warming. B. Less dense, rising, expanding, and cooling. C. More dense, sinking, compressing, and warming. D. More dense, rising, expanding, and cooling. Question number 14. During El Niño conditions, thunderstorms decrease in the western Pacific Ocean region because the cool, dry air is less dense, sinking, compressing, and warming. Less dense, rising, expanding, and cooling. C. More dense, sinking, compressing, and warming. D. More dense, rising, expanding, and cooling. 15. The development of El Niño conditions over the region of the Pacific Ocean has caused A. Changes in the worldwide precipitation patterns, B. The reversal of Earth's seasons, C. Increased worldwide volcanic activity, or D. Decreased ozone levels in the atmosphere. All right, guys. Enjoy.